Hi guys, it's Jennifer with Goment Creations. I'm going to do another video tutorial today on a simple card. The first thing I'm going to use is some basic Recollections cardstock for my base. I'm going to use some die cuts with a view, 12 by 12 paper stack. Love this paper, it is so pretty. Yellow is not a big color of mine, but I really do enjoy it. I'm also going to use a retired template today by Deluxe Card, and it's a lot of fun. So today is the first day I played with this, and the first card I did I really enjoy, which is this one here. So to start off with, I'm going to take my template and place it on the back. You can do this either way. On the back of here, the back of my printed paper, and trace out all the squares. Sorry, I don't need to line it up perfectly because you guys have seen I've already done this. But you're going to line it up, and the way that it lines up is the inside of this is, the outside is the standard A2 size of 4.5 by 5.25. No, sorry, 4.25 by 5.5. And then the inside of the trim does great for a lining card of 4 by 5.25. So once that's all traced out, you can start cutting it. You can either use scissors or you can use a paper trimmer. So the scissors I like to use are my Fiskars Comfort Grips. Love these things. I have them in green for paper and orange for fabric. You can also use your Tim Holtz scissors. While I love these scissors, I don't like cutting some things with them because if you don't have them turned the right way, they'll leave a serrated edge. So I don't know if you can see the difference between these two or not. Let's see if that will focus. But this one seems to leave a slight serrated edge that I'm not really thrilled with. Sorry if you can't see that. I tried. So today I'm going to use my paper trimmer to make it quick, easy, and straight. So when you were tracing these out with your pencil, what I usually do with my templates is put them down with some washi tape. This is about the only time I ever use washi tape. It's severely underused in my household. If you don't have this template, I went ahead and took the measurements that you need. So the squares are 1 by 2, 1 by 1.5, 4 by 1.5, 1.5 by 1.25, 3/4 by 1.25. And here I labeled them alphabetically so that when I have it flipped over here, I can tell what I'm doing on the other side, since there's no rhyme or reason to this paper. It's just crazy flowers. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to play some music and speed this up a little bit since you really don't need to see me cutting that much. Okay, now that I'm done with that, we're going to take the cardstock that we have. I've already cut it down to 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm sorry for bumping my camera so much. I'm trying out a different tripod, and this is tripod version 2, which goes a little bit higher, and I think I'm going to end up going to my larger tripod and sitting it on my desk and setting it to the side so I don't keep hitting it. So I'm going to bring the template back in, and the cool thing about this one is you can use it this way, you can use it this way, you can use it this way, You could use it this way, and you can also just pick and choose the different types of shapes that you want to do and draw them all over the card like they show you on the back of the directions here. So you can see they've only used some here. So template 3C is what I'm using today, and the other template that I have is 1C. In that one I have a really cool misuse stamp I want to use on that one with some real colorful papers, but not today. So the way that I had this one laid out was this way, and the other card, the first one I made, I actually did the other way. So either way works. So this one I'm just going to place down, and like I told you earlier, the whole template itself is the full A2 size, so it will come up to the corners of your card perfectly. So now I'm going to use some washi tape. I love this under construction one because I'm always using it when my cards are under construction, but I also have a lot of it and I don't really use it for other projects. I have 3 sons, so you would think that I would have something under construction at all times. Alright, so before I actually start gluing anything down, get my pieces ready first. So I have B and C, A, D, E, F, G, and H. So now comes the simple part of just flipping, gluing, and putting it down. So I'll go ahead and speed up through that as well. Alright, so there we are. I'm not sure how I alphabetized them wrong on the left and right, but we were able to remedy that pretty quickly and then learn the lesson for the bottom ones. So now I take that off, and when you're lining these up, if something doesn't seem right or it seems too small, align it with the outside corners of the template. That way your border will be fine, and then you can kind of play around with the inside edges. And if the inside edges are a little off, it'll be harder to tell. Now I want to go ahead and start my stitching. This is the pen that I'm using today. I think it makes a nice dark line. So instead of boring you while I'm doing the stitching, I'm going to go ahead and speed that up as well. Alright, so it is faux stitched all pretty. Now I'm going to use the I Miss You stamp from Stampin' Up's 3 Little Words set. It includes 3 little words: thanks so much, you, I miss you, I love you, thinking of you, and so very sorry. The ink I'm going to use today is my favorite. It is Ranger's Archival ink in Jet Black. So the good thing with using such a dark ink on such a colorful paper is that if you stamp it over a lighter part, it'll still be easy to see. The other one I had a nice gap that I could use, and since I don't have it on this one, figure I may do on the flower to make sure it shows up nice and neat. So stamp that down, straight up. It's a little on the crooked side, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. So to finish that up, I'm going to use a liner on the inside. That way it's easier to write, and I'm going to submit this to Operation Write Home. So all my liners are cut to the 4 by 5 1/4, so I still have that nice little edge around it, while still giving somebody a lot to write on. Now, I know this is not my usual score tape that I like to use, but I find when doing cards like this, it's just much easier and much more cost effective as well. Usually when I'm adhering the front on cards, I'll use score tape because that gets more use than the inside of the card, and the inside of the card is always protected by the outside. You know, this card was much easier earlier when I wasn't trying to film it, so I apologize for the mistakes here and there. There we go. And then I'm going to complete the back with my Gaumont Creation stamp from Vistaprint. And then, because it's going to Operation Write Home, I'm going to ink it up with my Operation Write Home rubber stamp. Make sure that's good and inked. Stamp it right there. And ta-da! A quick and easy card.